Hello there, everybody, our ranters. Welcome to another episode of the Bodacious Rant with Bern and Ryan. Hope everybody's had a great holiday season so far. We're in the Christmas month now, the last month of the year. 2022 is about to come to an end. Not ending on a great note due to the outside news and stuff. I'm not here to talk about the news. What I am here to talk about, though, and Bern, I'm not going to get into it. Don't start me up now.
No.
We're gonna.
I promise.
Okay, good. Thank you.
We're trying to keep this merry, okay?
Yes, we are. We're jolly and merry. Which that means we are talking about the newest film, A Violent Night, starring David Harbour, John Leguizamo, and that's pretty much it. I guess also Beverly D'Angelo is another one, which I didn't see coming, but those are basically the big three of this movie. Mm-hmm. Very kind of under the radar. Like, I didn't see a lot of trailers for it. I only watched one before I went to go see it this last weekend.
Yeah. I only ever saw a poster for it. Like, there's a poster like on my drive to and from work, and that's all I saw about it. I was like, oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's a very under the radar movie. It's not doing too bad box office wise from what I've read about. But essentially, guys, this is it's about a rich family and like in a nice country mansion. They got taken hostage, but Santa Claus is stuck in the mansion and there to save them. And again, David Harbour is Santa, and you know, it's a radar movie, so this is definitely not one to bring your kids unless you're those parents that bring your kids to the theaters, which I disagree with. But you know what? You do you. I'm not gonna get into it right now. And John Leguizamo is the bad guy of this group, leading the merry men of thieves and murderers. Essentially, he is the Hans Gruber of this film, and I say that just because it's a very good mix of like Home Alone, Die Hard, and I guess I would say Elf, like because Christmas magic and all that kind of stuff. That's at least my three that I would kind of reference it to, or something. Maybe the Santa Claus. I don't know. It's just Christmas Die Hard. More Christmassy than Die Hard.
I think that the third one I would go with is John Wick. This is very much like Home Alone, Die Hard, and John Wick. Yeah, just because this movie is an 87-11 production, and if, for people who don't know, 87-11. They're the ones responsible for the choreography and all that stuff with the John Wick movies. I think this is only their second production that we've seen. I know they're the first one that they did technically on their own was Nobody, that movie that came out a couple years ago, and then this is their next one. And I'm assuming they're going to be the productions for John Wick 4 and whatever else is to come next. So yeah, I think John Wick, Die Hard, and Home Alone is what I would go with.
That's fair. I just was trying to, because it's like Christmas magic that's in this movie, kind of, that's what got me thinking about it. This is a non-spoiler review, guys, so I'm not trying to get too into it. Hopefully those three don't spoil it for you. I mean, it really doesn't, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I always forget about that, so there are still people who argue about it. I'm like, no, it's definitely a Christmas movie. If it starts with a Christmas song, ends with a Christmas song, or ends on a Christmas song in general, it's a Christmas movie. Sorry, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though. I thought it was a lot of fun. I like the action. It's nice seeing David Harbour as a badass, because I haven't really seen him do that in a while. He was okay as Red Guardian in Black Widow last year, and he was Hellboy, but that movie just was awful, just god awful. And then just John, he's hilarious. I had a kick out of him seeing him cut loose all the Christmas puns and all this stuff, the violence and the magic, But what did you think of it, Bern?
I didn't enjoy it as much as you did. I think I'll say that. I don't mean to Scrooge.
That's fine. I saw it in your face.
I don't mean to be a Grinch or a Scrooge, or like ruin the Christmas cheer. But when I heard, the premise, I saw the poster and I looked into it. I was like, oh, okay, it's a Christmas movie about like a home invasion, and we have David Harbour as Santa Claus that gets stuck in the middle of it, and we have the action sequences and stuff, and it's like it's bloody, it's hardcore. I'm like, okay, that sounds like it could be a whole lot of fun, and all those elements on their own I would totally be down for. Like, so I was excited going in, and you had seen it and told me that you enjoyed it, so I was like, all right, this seems like a very fun movie. But Yeah, other than the really cool action sequences and just David Harbour's performance, I didn't really find too much to like about this movie. I felt like the plot, is very simple and straightforward, so it lends itself more to the action stuff. So that's not the big issue here. The issue for me is with the characters themselves. As far as the other characters outside of David Harbour and one other particular character, a little girl, and that's as much as I'll say. Everyone else in the movie was very unlikable. I mean, like they do the thing where basically like the entire families are like, and the other characters in the movie are just like a bunch of a-holes, and while that could be fun, it really just didn't go that way for me. Like, I like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and those characters are awful people, but it's entertaining. Right here, I just didn't find any reason to, like, they didn't give me any enjoyment. Like, the humor really fell flat for me. The characters were just, like, dull and, like I said, unlikable. So there wasn't much outside of the action for me to latch onto. And I felt like, with the whole like premise of it, like Santa Claus and a home invasion and the action, I felt like they didn't lean as far into it as I was hoping it would. Like the movie didn't really feel like a lot of fun to me. Like there was just like, it felt like, they went with the most dull approach to certain situations that you could go with, where I'm like, where's the fun, and like where's like the Christmassy nature of it all. I just kind of like played it straight. It felt like, the best way I could describe it is it felt like this movie was written by like an edgy teenager. And that's like that's where it came down to it for me. So unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy it much, again, outside of David Harbour and outside of the action sequences.
That's fair. Like I said, it's not the best movie or best holiday movie of the year or anything, but I went into it with zero expectations. I had fun with it. I do agree with you that most of the characters are pretty unlikable. I think that was kind of the point for the most. Like, it was the point, and I know that may not work for some people, which is fine. Like I said, I had fun with it. I really liked it. Some of the jokes did work pretty well for me. David Harbour was really he was the funniest one. Just some of the scenes he had was like, oh my god, you're so dumb. But I will say, I think they could have had more fun with the Santa premise, like the Christmas magic kind of thing. I think it was a little too grounded for its own good. But that's why I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Because again, I found it very entertaining. It was a good outing at the movies, just because it's been a bit of a slow couple months actually with movies. So but it's, at least we have a lot of TV. But that's my rating for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Like, again, I don't think it was horrible. I think for people coming into it, they very well will be entertained if that premise works for you. Just an action movie with Santa Claus, and violence and stuff, and if you're coming in, like you said, with like no expectations, I can definitely see people having a lot of fun with it. It's just, I think it's probably just a taste thing, like for me, like I guess I wanted a little bit more out of it, but for people who don't, I think there's a lot here to enjoy. It's a very brisk movie. I think it's like an hour and like 40 minutes around there. So, you get in, you have your fun, and you get out. So at least for me, it didn't overstay its welcome, at all. Like I had fun with the action sequences. Everything else was just kind of meh. But like I said, 2 out of 5, it's not the worst thing ever. If you're just looking for some quick, fun holiday entertainment for adults, this is definitely, your bag.
Yeah. I mean, there's still the great holiday movies to kind of supplement this one. So it's not like you have to watch it. But that's fair, Burn. I'm bummed you didn't like it, that you didn't have as much fun as I did. But you know what?
Me too.
It is what it is. Yeah, not much we can do about that. But everybody, if you guys saw this movie, what did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Were you in by it? Did it put you in the Christmas spirit? Or did it make you want to just be like Krampus or Scrooge or the Grinch, just hate Christmas? I don't know. But let us know what you guys think. We got Avatar 2 coming up very soon, so can't wait for that. I'm going to be talking about it, so, just prepare yourselves. I may start speaking in Na'vi. I don't know. If I could learn it, that'd be great, but that's fine.
I mean, we got to see if you got to paint yourself blue for that. That's yet to be determined.
Yeah, these people just don't want a good bet. Maybe it's not a good bet. I don't know, but like I said, I will paint myself completely blue. Like Smurf/Na'vi color, okay? I'm going to do the stripes and get the teeth. I'll do the noises. I'll get the contacts. I'll be like the Nightman. It's gonna be great.
Should have kept the long hair. Get the little warrior braids going.
Oh my god. I mean, I kind of wish I did, but at the same time, I don't. I'm glad I don't have strands of hair in my face or something. But anyways, guys, as always, stay bodacious and keep on ranting for the both of us.
Yeah, everybody. Be good, be safe, and as always, we'll catch y'all on the next one.